working with sublimation, and I'm gonna explain you the whole process from beginning to end. So guys, let's get started. These are the two PNG files that I'm gonna be using to press these two shirts. Both of the shirts are gonna be white and they're gonna be 100% polyester. So we're gonna go move to the table and I'm gonna show you all the things that I'm gonna be using to be able to print these shirts, okay? See you in a little bit, people. These are the items that I'm going to use to complete this project. I have my designs already printed out from my sublimation printer. I have the special ruler that I use to tear around the designs. I have my butcher paper, very important. I have my lint roller. I have the heat resistant tape and the two shirts. And if I forget anything else, I will mention it later on during the whole process, okay? Also, I have my printer that I'm gonna show you. These are my sublimation printers. I printed the file or the design from the big one, which is print up to 17 by 30 something, which I never use. I always use the 11 by 17. You can also print smaller designs in this one. This one, the first one that I got, the 2720, and it prints up to legal size, which is 8 by 14. Yeah, so these are printers that I converted, or not really converted, but switched to sublimation printers. You can also purchase printers that already come for sublimation. So I'm going to be using also the heat presses. I'm not sure exactly which heat press I'm going to use yet. I'm probably going to use the big one for this one. I also have the HGV one that I can use as well. And yeah, that's it, people. See you in a little bit, okay? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut around the item. I use this ruler, which helped me trim with this shape. And for those who have never done sublimation before, it's important that you don't press the item with this cut in here, because the shirt is polyester and you're going to have a line around the design deep into the fabric. For some reason, when you do it in little edges, it doesn't show. All right, so I got this ruler from Amazon that helped me do that, like this. All right, but before I had the ruler from Amazon, I went ahead and did it with my hands. Okay, just dip it with your hands like that and do it. Okay, make sure that you do it, okay, because you don't want to have these lines on your polyester fabric. Don't cut it with your scissors, all right? So that's why I use this. It makes it a little bit faster for me to do the whole process. Do it this other way, because now that I started it, doing it with my hands, it's hard to grab the piece of paper. Make sure that you clear the design, okay? Okay, and it's done. In other words, you want to feather the paper, all right? Now, you can also use this side to rip it also. Let me show you how this side looks like. It's kind of rough, but it works too. I like doing it with this side for some reason. To me, it's a little bit faster. But yeah, you can use either side, okay? It's a matter of choice, all right? So that is how you do this part, either with your hands or the use of this ruler. This ruler is listed down below on my description box. You can see the link for this over there, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna do fast forward because you already saw how it's done. So the next thing you're gonna do is make sure that the shirt has no lint or dust in it. You might say, well, the shirt looks clean. It might look clean to your eye, but these shirts are stored in warehouses before they even put it on a plastic bag, and it accumulates dust. Okay, sublimation and dust do not match together. They don't like each other. If you leave that without brushing, when you do the sublimation, you're gonna find blue dots all over your design. You don't want that to happen. So in order to do that, you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna lint roll. This is a sticky lint roller. Picks up all the dirt and dust. Make it to your eye, but it's there, believe me. Make sure that you do that. Okay? Believe me, I don't know if you see it. Look at that. You see? This was a new one. You see? I don't know if you're able to see. Look. Okay? It's there, people. Believe me, it's there. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do a new one. I got this from Amazon the other day. I used to use the ones from $1.25 store, which it works perfectly. This one is supposed to be better. The rolls are bigger, so I don't have to, buy a lot of the one from the dollar store. They don't come with a lot of tape. I am liking the $1.25 one. This one tends to come out of here. So I don't know. It's new, so I guess I have to get used to it. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do the other one. This one is done. I'm gonna bring the second one. These are both size large shirts. My design, this one is 10.5 by 10.5. I believe. Actually 11 by 10, and this one is 11 by 6.5. This one. I actually do another design, but I decided to only include this one on the video. If I see that the video is not, look at people, look at this dust. I know it's probably hard to see in the camera, but it has dust in it, and I just did this one new, okay, so that you see that, yeah, you really have to do this, okay. If I see that the video doesn't run too long, I might include the third shirt. It was another design that I created. It's my design. So I might add it to the video. All depends on the length of the video, because guys, I don't want to get you bored. I tend to do long videos because they're tutorials, but I try to keep them, not too long, I'm trying to do this, but I don't know, for some reason this tape is kind of, I don't know. I have to get used to this one. All right, so that's that. And then the next step that I'm going to do now is to turn on my heat press. I'm going to press each shirt for about 10 seconds or 15 seconds just to take off the moisture of the shirt. That's the third step that you got to do. And after that, the shirt is ready to be, for me to place the design on top and press it, okay? I'm going to go ahead and turn on the heat press. This time I'm going to be using my 16 by 24 press, okay? Okay, so the heat press is still warming up. Just a quick one. Couple of seconds, not much. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one. That's it. And then I'm gonna take you to the next step, which is placing the butcher paper on the shirts, and then placing the design on it. Okay, I'm gonna move you around. All right. Okay, so this is the butcher paper right here. I already pre-cut the pieces. I'm gonna use one inside the shirt, meaning in between the two layers. That will protect the back layer of the shirt, the back of the shirt. And then the second piece is to put on top of the garment once we have it on the heat press, all right? So I like doing this before I place the design. Okay, this butcher paper, I get it from Amazon. It comes in a big roll. It lasts for a long time, depending how many shirts you press. But it lasts me for a long time. It's a big roll. Okay, I'm gonna work with one shirt ahead of time, and then I'll repeat the same thing on the second shirt. Okay, so that you can follow the steps. Sublimation is a very good option that you can have to decorate garments. It's easy to do. It has its limitation, of course, because you can only use sublimation with items that contain polyester on it. When it comes to shirts, when it comes to other items, it needs to be coated with a special coat, like tumblers, mugs, and a lot of other items for it to work, okay? But it's a good option. I do it all the time. Clients like it because of the price point, like I mentioned before. Everybody now is doing also DTF. DTF is another option that I had used. I source out my DTF transfer because DTF machines are very expensive. As a starting business, I don't have the option to go ahead and buy a very expensive machine that minimum without any extra, you're going to have a start point of $10,000 and up for you to get it from a reputable place, okay? And also another option is white toners. White toners are very good also. Again, it's pricey, so you have to, it's an investment, and I think the ones that I have seen, they start on $7,000 and up. So that's another investment. So I have stuck to DTF for now because, like I said before, I outsource my transfers, and that is how I offer my clients DTF option for garment decoration. All right. So now that I have my butcher paper here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place the first design. If you notice, when I pressed the shirt, I did not fold it in half and made a line like I do with my cotton shirts and my cotton blends. The reason why I don't do that is because for polyester, if you press it in half, the line is going to stay there for a long time. You won't be able to press it out because it's polyester. So that's why when it comes to this, I eyeball it the best I can, measure the sides, like I like doing at least 4 to 3 fingers down. Sometimes I use this as a middle, which is not reliable, but that is a starting point for me. I folded the paper in half to give me an idea. Okay, once I do that, this is optional. You can either do it, eyeball it, and leave it there. I measure my side to have it a closer, measurement from the armpit, from here to the armpit. 5.5. I'm moving around the tripod of the camera. That's why you see me walking around, because yeah, sure that is straight. This is pretty good. Let me get a little bit right there. And I think I got it. Oops. Okay, now I'm going to use my heat resistant tape. Make sure that the shirt is straight. It looks pretty straight to me. Again, let me measure. It doesn't have to be extremely exact, but I like it to be as close as I can to perfection. Okay. I do use a lot of heat resistant tape because I don't like the print to move from position when the thing is done. Sometimes when you lift up the press, it moves things around. So I like to minimize that as much as I can. Now when I'm using my HTV run, which lifts it by itself, I don't have to worry about that. But for this one, I do. Again, this is optional. It's up to you. Okay. I don't like when my items goes because then that's a shirt that I waste. It's very difficult really to get some to find the polyester shirts for sublimation. So yeah. Now I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna move you to the press. All right. See you in a little bit. Let me just move that over there and move the camera around. Okay, so I'm here at the heat press, and I'm gonna press the t-shirt paper. And the reason why I forgot to explain for those who are new, sublimation is a gas. The ink turns in gas once it's heated up, and it tends to travel up, and it can get stuck into your equipment, and that includes heat presses, hat presses, tumblers, and box presses. All right, and you don't want that to happen because then if you're gonna use the machine again, and the machine was not protected, that ink can get stuck into the next item that you're gonna press. That might not be even sublimation, all right, when it comes to the heat press. So that's why I always say people protect your investment. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start. It's at 400 degrees and it's going for 60 seconds. And I'm gonna repeat the same thing for the next shirt, okay? Okay, so this is ready. You see, the ink is in this paper. You throw that away. You don't use this again, okay? I'm gonna remove the shirt, place it here. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit because it's hot and I don't want to burn my hands, okay? So let me move the camera so you can see when I take off the paper. You might be a little bit sideways. I think I have you on a correct position for you to see. Beautiful. This is the result. I'm gonna take you to the table, a bigger table. Okay, so you can see better the result. Okay, guys, so this is the result. It came out amazing. I don't see any ghosting, which is perfect. I'm gonna remove this paper. We don't use this again either. It might look clear to you, but I can assure you there's ink in here. Okay. So this is the result. Often stressed, a real hot mess, but very blessed mama. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start with the second shirt, and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay. What I'm doing, I'm repeating the same process that I did on the first shirt. Okay. Again, I'm going to move this down. I'm going to let it cool before I remove it. Oof, people, very hot, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to move the camera the other way so that you can see the better result over there, okay? So let's remove it. Beautiful. Okay, if you remember, this is the same design that I created for rhinestones. So yeah, beautiful. Amazing. There you go. Let's see if you can get a closer look. Pray on it, pray over it, pray through it. See you in a little bit, people. I think I'm gonna have enough time on this video to add it up. So let's go at it. I'm gonna let it cool. It's very hot. Very hot. I'm gonna let it cool and I'll bring you when it's ready to be peeled, okay? Okay, people, let's see how it came up. Amazing. In my no me importa era. So this is a Spanish saying, no me importa, like I don't care. So it'll be in English will be like, I'm in my I don't care era. So I am in my no me importa era. I thought it was a good saying. This is my own design. The color came cute. And yeah, so I'm gonna see you at the table so that we can see the other ones up close, okay? These are the 3 finished shirts and I love them. I love the color. That sublimation printer is amazing. This one right here, I have it also with 3 shades of pink. And yeah, they all came nice. So I'll see you in a little bit. So this is the end of the tutorial and I'm very happy with the results. These colors are amazing and the whole thing came out with no issues, no ghosting, which make me very happy. If you're new to this process of sublimation, I have other videos done on my channel and it explains the whole process from beginning to end as well. And I also have a video that explains how to convert an EcoTank, an Epson EcoTank into sublimation printer, all right? I think this is everything for now. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, consider subscribing to my channel, The Crafty Pro Rican, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you're gonna get notified of all my future videos. Guys, until next time, bye-bye, hasta luego.